Hi Pisces, this is going to be a love reading for May 2019. This is going to be for Pisces, Sun, Moon, Rising and Venus signs. And if you would like to win a private reading, information is going to be in the description box below. So make sure you check that out if you're interested in that, as well as information for private readings, paid private readings, and then also my bracelets which are on Etsy. So let's get started. This is going to be for Pisces. Wow. Straight out the gate. Is that even a phrase? We've got the Four of Wands. This is a twin flame soulmate card. So there's a really great connection here between you and this person. Also, there is this really good energy of communication as well, because we've got two swords here. So we've got the Knight of Swords and the Queen of Swords. So there's a lot of really good communication. It's very honest. It is very clear. And on top of that, they are really coming forward to you is what I'm seeing, especially with that Knight of Swords. Now in tarot, there is no gender. So could be reading for a male and they could have the energy of the Knight of Swords. You could be reading for a female. They could have the energy of the Knight of Swords. But what I'm seeing that is appreciated a lot here is that both people appreciate honesty. They both appreciate each other's communication in terms of the honesty, and it's very clear is what I'm feeling and what I'm getting. So there's a lot of very clear cut communication between the two of you, which essentially is making it much more, it's just so much better because you're able to communicate, and communication is obviously very, very important. But both of you are also feeling this connection as well. So beyond that, it's quite, I would say, spiritual, because I feel like both of you can feel the connection beyond just the physical and what it is in person. Plus, I feel how many times I'm going to say I feel, but I do feel as though many of you actually could be seeing repeating numbers in numerology. So 11, 11, you could be seeing 12, 12, 13, 13, 14, 14, you get my point. So there's definitely a lot of repeating numbers that a lot of you could be seeing, and this just means that your manifestations are starting to really come together. You're starting to see those numbers, and those are known to be angel numbers. So whether that is something you see, it could also symbolize, you know, things really manifesting, things really starting to happen in your life. Also, we've got the Six of Swords. Now this can indicate that sometimes, you know, even though communication is great, there's a sort of a spiritual connection. They could be your twin flame or your soulmate. They also are not the most stable in terms of their emotions, so they do have a tendency to run away sometimes, or to get themselves to a much better place, if that makes sense, where they don't have to deal with all of that, because they feel that it gets quite intense in terms of emotions. But the communication is great, the connection is being felt, they just struggle in terms of their emotions, and that's why you see this person trying to get to a calmer ground. And essentially, wow, we have got the Ace of Pentacles. So this is them offering commitment. This is also them being able to close out a cycle. We have the World here. So I do feel like whatever emotional issues they have, they're going to be working on them. On top of that, I do see that it's going to be able to really heal them. It's going to make them feel a lot better, and on top of that, they'll come back around as well. So I am seeing that, you know, if they do temporarily feel like they need space, if they've withdrawn a little bit emotionally, they'll come back around, and they really do think very, very highly of you, think of you like the Queen of Swords. So they think that you sit in your power, you're very, very clear, you're very concise, you have really good communication skills, but also you take no BS and you have your boundaries. So they think very, very highly of you. They know they can't mess you around, but they do have some emotional issues here and there which they're trying to get on top of. And we see with the World card that this is something that they are going to be able to resolve. It's something that they will be able to heal themselves with, and they will feel much better about it. So this is about that sort of cycle closing out, really being able to mature and grow. Ace of Pentacles is about offering commitment. It's something quite long term as well, which we see with the Pentacles. It's Virgo, Taurus, Capricorn, and earth signs, it takes longer sometimes for things to really happen, but what it does mean is that it's more solid as well. That's not to say with other signs it's not more solid, but especially with the earth signs, it does take a lot more time usually, not all the time usually, but it ends up being quite solid in terms of the long term. We have here Taurus energy. This is the High Priestess. High Priestess is very intuitive. You see the moon there. It's about withholding secrets. It's about knowing people's secrets. It's about being very intuitive. It's about knowing what people are up to. You know, don't doubt your intuition. You are definitely much more intuitive than you probably lead yourself to believe. So for sure, you know, in terms of this, you are very intuitive, and use that to guide yourself in this particular situation. We've got the King of Wands. So the King of Wands is a leader. This person here that we're reading on, who also has the energy of the Knight of Swords, you know, they come rushing in with a lot of communication. They come in quite quickly. Again, they are a decision maker, an action taker, someone that's quite passionate about all of the things that they do in their life, but they've got that kind of very quick nature where they make things happen quite quickly, but in terms of their emotions and in terms of commitment, things have to develop and go quite slowly. That's how they mature in that sense. But in terms of communication, in terms of ideas, in terms of, you know, coming forward, taking action, they're quite quick. But in this particular situation, don't be afraid to use your intuition. It's something that you naturally have. It's something naturally everybody has. We also have the Six of Cups. So we have another soulmate card. So we've got, of course, the Four of Wands, which also indicates a soulmate, and we've got the Six of Cups. Now, the Six of Cups is about this childlike, playful, flirty energy between two people, and it's also about this really great connection that's being felt. So I do see that there is this really great connection between the two of you, as we have seen very early on in the spread as well. And this just makes, you know, this is fun, this is great. It's childlike, it's playfulness, it's, you know, starting with friendship, it's fun, and it also signifies happiness as well. But it is that soulmate card, and the cups are filled with flowers. Now we've got here the Two of Swords and the Seven of Swords. This is that emotional issues that I was talking about with the Six of Swords. So the Seven of Swords also indicates that as well. It's almost like they try and take their issues and try and go with them. They don't perhaps express themselves very much. You see with the Two of Swords here, this person has a blindfold on. They're holding two swords, almost trying to defend themselves. There's a moon up there, which indicates secrets, illusions. They're not perhaps most open emotionally. That's something that you just have to give them time on. It's something that you can't force them to do by themselves. It's something that has to happen, but they have to do this by themselves. You can't force them to emotionally open up and emotionally grow. It's something that really, it gets triggered within them. They have to do themselves. So with this Seven of Swords, I am seeing that it's going to happen, especially with this wild card. They will be able to grow and mature emotionally. You just have to give them space and time if you choose that you want to give them that. And the Two of Swords here indicates indecision, you know, not being sure about their emotions, not being sure how to handle them as well. So this is something that they will learn by themselves. There's really nothing much you, I feel, can do about it except just be supportive. Again, you've got Ten of Swords. So this indicates that their emotional issues will come to an end. 10 is about a completion. It's about an ending. It's about a cycle being completed. So they will figure this out by themselves. All of this sword energy, they will figure it out. They will be able to put a close to it. They will be able to mature from it and grow it. And it's not to say that they're not going to have any emotional issues after this. Of course, everyone has, you know, emotional problems in their life. But this main emotional problem that they have is something that they are going to be able to heal from. Important word is healing. Not getting rid of, healing. And they're going to be able to then take that forward and not be, you know, not holding it in as much as before, and not being so confused about it either. They're going to be able to really heal from it, close out that cycle, and not be able to feel as much hurt as they did before. And it's really going to help them to move forward from it as well. So Pisces, that is your reading. I hope you enjoyed it. If you did, don't forget to let me know in the comment section below. If it resonated, don't forget to like this video by clicking the thumbs up, and also subscribing to my channel as well. And I will see you all very, very soon. Don't forget to check out the description box below for private reading info. I'll see you all very soon. Bye!